Acts 14, 1 through 7. At Iconium, Paul and Barnabas went as usual into the Jewish synagogue. There they spoke so effectively that a great number of Jews and Greeks believed. But the Jews who refused to believe stirred up the other Gentiles and poisoned their minds against the brothers. So Paul and Barnabas spent considerable time there speaking boldly for the Lord, who confirmed the message of his grace by enabling them to perform signs and wonders. The people of the city were divided. Some sided with the Jews, others with the apostles. There was a plot afoot among both the Gentiles and Jews, together with their leaders, to mistreat them and stone them. But they found out about it and fled to the Iconian cities of Lystra and Derbe and to the surrounding country, where they continued to preach the gospel. How do you deal with opposition to your faith? This is a shrewd description of how to deal with conflict in a smart and spiritual way. The way it appears to me is that as long as there was still a chance they could persuade some folks about Jesus, they stayed at the synagogue in Iconium and spoke. But as soon as they learned of a threat to harm them, they fled. I suppose it's like the song, "You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em," or the adage, "Live to fight another day." It may seem silly, like this is 2025 and that kind of risk doesn't exist anymore. First off, I'd say that depends a lot on your geography. Second, given the amount of time we spend in our digital avatars, I ask you to consider how easy it is to stir up controversy online, to write provocative posts, to argue with people on public threads, to use hateful language because you're upset with someone you've never met and can't really thoroughly understand because of lack of nuance, lack of intonation, lack of eye contact, and just lack of the simple luxury of experiential context. Maybe you start with the intention of being a Paul or a Barnabas, but you can quickly morph into the Iconium critics, out for blood, shoving poison, and woefully naive about the consequences. So let's be wise, online or in person. Stay while you're welcome, do what you can out of love, but fold your cards and flee if things get ugly.